Brought to you by the Dark Lord himself, Queasy Ali. The shadow of guilt, Donald Trump and the Epstein era. The truth has a way of clawing its way to the surface, no matter how many lies try to bury it. For decades, Donald Trump has danced through scandals, deflecting accusations with bravado, gaslighting doubters with a smirk. But some truths are too heavy to dodge forever. The evidence of his predatory behavior, his ties to Jeffrey Epstein, and a lifetime of exploiting power over women, particularly young girls, paints a picture so stark, so undeniable, that even his loudest defenders falter. This isn't speculation. This is a pattern, etched in lawsuits, witness accounts, and Trump's own words. Let's pull back the curtain and face what's been hiding in plain sight. When it comes to Trump and Jeffrey Epstein, the connection runs deeper than a casual acquaintance. These weren't two men who crossed paths at a gala and traded business cards. They were friends, bound by a shared appetite for power and excess. In 2002, Trump himself described Epstein to New York Magazine with a chilling familiarity. "I've known Jeff for 15 years. Terrific guy. He's a lot of fun to be with. It is even said that he likes beautiful women as much as I do, and many of them are on the younger side." Those words aren't the musings of a bystander. They're the boast of someone who knew the game and played it. Photographs capture them together, grinning at Mar-a-Lago, mingling at private parties. Epstein was a regular at Trump's club, long before his 2008 conviction. Flight logs placed them at the same events, the same destinations. Virginia Giuffre, one of Epstein's most outspoken survivors, even alleged in court filings that Trump flirted with her at Mar-a-Lago when she was underage, working for Epstein's associate Ghislaine Maxwell. No record exists of Trump cutting ties with Epstein until the law forced the issue. This wasn't a distant association. It was a brotherhood of indulgence. The accusations against Trump don't stop at Epstein. A trail of lawsuits, pageant scandals, and witness testimonies reveals a history of sexual misconduct that spans decades. In 2016, a lawsuit alleged Trump raped a 13-year-old girl at an Epstein party in 1994. Though the case was dropped, reportedly after threats to the plaintiff, its details mirrored Epstein's known tactics, backed by affidavits from women close to the accuser. Then there are the beauty pageants Trump owned, where the stories grow darker. Multiple contestants, some underage, reported Trump walking in on them while they were undressed. A Miss Teen USA contestant recalled, "He just came strolling right in. There was no second to put a robe on or any sort of clothing. Some girls were topless, others naked." This wasn't a one-off. It was a pattern, corroborated across different pageant years. Trump himself bragged about it on the Howard Stern show in 2005. "I'll go backstage before a show, and everyone's getting dressed. No men are anywhere, and I'm allowed to go in because I'm the owner." That's not a quip. That's a confession, delivered with the arrogance of untouchability. The discomfort deepens when you hear Trump's own words, caught on camera, dripping with fixation. He's made repeated comments about his daughter Ivanka's body, her figure, her attractiveness, phrases that cross lines most would never approach. On The View in 2006, he said, "She does have a very nice figure. If she weren't my daughter." He's doubled down on this incest-adjacent innuendo, oblivious to the unease it sparks. Then there's the Access Hollywood tape, where he boasted about grabbing women without consent, a casual admission of entitlement that shocked but didn't surprise. These aren't gaffes. They're glimpses into a mindset, a worldview where power justifies everything. The weight of accusations against Trump isn't a whisper, it's a chorus. Over 30 women have come forward, their stories spanning the 1980s to the 2010s, accusing him of assault, groping, harassment, or inappropriate behavior. Natasha Stoynoff, a People magazine journalist, said Trump forcibly kissed her while Melania was upstairs. Jessica Leeds described him groping her on a plane. Summer Zervos, a former Apprentice contestant, alleged he shoved his tongue down her throat. Kristen Anderson said he reached up her skirt in a nightclub in the 90s. But the most damning case belongs to E. Jean Carroll, a respected journalist who accused Trump of raping her in a department store dressing room in the mid-1990s. When Trump denied it, mocked her, and called her a liar, she sued. In 2023, a federal jury found him liable for sexual abuse and defamation, awarding Carroll $5 million. When he attacked her again, a second jury in 2024 slapped him with $83.3 million more. This wasn't a he said, she said dispute. It was a court-verified truth. Donald Trump sexually assaulted a woman, defamed her, and lied about it repeatedly. Yet even after the verdicts, he called Carroll a whack job and mocked the rulings, showing no remorse, no empathy, just a bottomless well of denial. The panic in Trump's voice became impossible to ignore in July 2025, when he unleashed a frantic rant on Truth Social. As his own MAGA base pressed for answers about the Epstein files, he lashed out, defending his hand-picked Attorney General Pam Bondi for downplaying the findings. He attacked anyone, supporters included, who dared question the narrative. He called Epstein someone nobody cares about, claimed the files were a hoax cooked up by Obama, Hillary, and Biden criminals, and bizarrely tied it to JFK, MLK, Russia, and Hunter Biden's laptop. It was a word salad of desperation, a man flailing to drown out the truth with noise. He even asked why the radical left didn't use the files if they had dirt, a nonsensical jab, given the files were unsealed under his own administration's watch. The tone wasn't defiance. It was fear, the kind that seeps from someone who knows the walls are closing in. Deflection has always been Trump's shield. Accused of misconduct? Call Biden a pedophile. Epstein's name resurfaces? Blame the left for fake news. It's not a defense born of innocence, it's a reflex born of guilt. He's never condemned Epstein's crimes with conviction, never honored the survivors, never offered a shred of sympathy for the girls whose lives were shattered. Why? Because acknowledging their pain would mean confronting his own complicity. Instead, he projects, denies, and distracts, hoping the chaos will outrun the truth. When you stitch it all together, the Epstein ties, the lawsuits, the pageant scandals, the self-incriminating interviews, the creepy comments, the 30-plus accusers, the court verdicts, and now this unhinged Truth Social meltdown, the picture is clear. Trump's predatory behavior isn't a rumor or a theory. It's a fact, carved into the record of history. He's guilty of surrounding himself with predators, guilty of exploiting young women, guilty of wielding power as a weapon, and guilty of gaslighting the world to cover it up. Worst of all, while girls were trafficked, abused, and silenced, he laughed, bragged, and built an empire on their pain. The evidence is overwhelming, the pattern undeniable. The only question left is how long the world will let him run from it. Queasy Ali, the man, the myth, the legend. The icon aka the Dark Lord. Hashtag Revolution 2025 Hashtag Chaos Rising 2025 Hashtag Rebellion 2025 Hashtag Truth Unveiled Hashtag Justice for Victims Hashtag Power Exposed